actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask each one of you to give us your 1 minute that you want the Congress to remember, that you want the American public to remember as we conclude this hearing. And I want everyone to know that the vehicles, the winning vehicles, are right outside the building right now, and you're all invited to just go down one floor, out the back door, and the vehicles are there that we can all walk around and look at. And especially all of you congressional staffers who are here, representing all the members of Congress, I want you to see the future and know that it's here now. And we're not talking about rocket science. We're talking about automotive mechanics and metallurgy. And so it's here now. And we just have to find ways of ensuring that we give the incentives for the continued improvement of these technologies that solve so many of the problems of our country and of the world's problems. So we'll go in reverse order of the original opening statements, and we'll give each one of you 1 minute to give us the thoughts that you want us to remember as this hearing concludes. Mr. Lorimer.
Thank you. I think the one thought is that we believe the enclosed motorcycle or aerodynamic motorcycle is the most efficient vehicle platform out there for various reasons. It can be lighter in weight than four-wheel vehicles and three-wheel vehicles, and it's more aerodynamic. And while it's not for everybody, it really could have a huge impact on our environmental issues if we can take this concept we have and develop it further to something that a large part of the consumers can eventually get into and utilize.
Thank you. Mr. Serban.
I would say the biggest thing for us is to look at the whole package. Look at the aerodynamics that we've developed in our car. Right now, compared to a car with the same frontal area, is about a third of the horsepower to push this car at 85 miles an hour. We've gone and then into the skin, into our batteries and our battery management systems, all proprietary for us. But we feel that we have been focused on the battery electric vehicle with the lithium powered since 2003 now. And it really seems to be that they have chosen the right direction, and it's really proven very successful for us.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Kuttner.
While a lot of work remains to be done, we have proven that we can come up with a safer after work, more efficient, better handling car, essentially a better car at a lower cost. I said the race is on. I believe it is very, very clear that what we are proposing will happen and will become a real automotive segment. How fast it will become, who owns it, and who wins this race depends on who joins us and when. The opportunity is here, the race is on, time is running.
Thank you. And Dr. Diamandis.
Chairman Markey, thank you. Incentive prizes are an incredibly efficient and highly leveraged and powerful tool to drive breakthroughs and to take risks where risks are needed for breakthroughs. The Department of Energy, the U.S. government, made a $9 million investment here through DOE, for which we are extraordinarily grateful. And we believe there's at least over $100 million of return so far, and hopefully a billion-dollar industry that these gentlemen will start to pioneer. We stand ready and convinced that in your mission, sir, in stemming the need for oil and in reinventing climate, that incentive prizes can play an incredible role to bring the smartest people around the planet to solve these problems. It's a matter of what are the right targets, and we stand ready to work with you and the Department of Energy to do such things.
Thank you so much. Back in 1970, the United States imported approximately 20% of the oil that we consume. A couple of years ago, it went up to 60% of the oil that we consume, and we put 70% of the oil that we consume into gasoline tanks. So the problem is pretty simple to define in terms of how we have to reinvent the things to which those gasoline tanks are attached, the vehicles that we drive here and around the planet. And there's no question that by the year 2099, this revolution will be completed. We will have figured out how to do it. It just becomes a question of how much time it will take to reach that point. And what you three represent today is really an inspiring example of ingenuity that helps to make it possible for millions of people to see what is possible, and not what is possible in a Buck Rogers, 22nd century sense, but what is possible right now. And so we thank you for your leadership. We thank you, Dr. Diamandis, for your leadership on this issue. We are going to continue to focus on this issue like no other, because this is the central issue. It touches national security, economic security, balance of payments, and climate policy. It's all wrapped up into one issue. And you give us a vision of what the future looks like. We're going to do everything we can in our power to help you to achieve that goal. You let us know as the next weeks and months and years go by what we can do as public policymakers to help you complete this task.